What up, everybody? It's your boy MC's by Black Secret Man, Mr. Health and Wealth. And this week's message is it's time to be all in on faith. Now, where does that come from? Right now, my pastor, Joshua Beckley, has been really consistent on preaching about one specific thing, and it's being all in on faith. Not sometimes in, not kind of in, literally being all the way in. And what happens is, what usually prevents people from being all the way in on faith? It's fear, right? Now, faith and fear cannot coexist together. You actually literally have to choose one or the other. And what people usually do is they try to have faith and fear when making a decision. They try to have faith and fear when taking the next step. They try to have faith and fear when they're pursuing a business. They try to have faith and fear when they think about increasing their income, increasing their lifestyle. They try to have faith and fear when they're deciding love. And one thing that you should never have fear in is when you're deciding love. Now, what does it mean to have faith? It's mean you believe in something so strongly that you know the best outcome can come from this when you really believe, when you trust in God, and when you give it your all. But what's fear? Fear is saying, you know what? The worst case scenario could happen. The worst possible outcome can actually happen if I pursue this. Man, what if this happens? Or what if that happens? Or what if the enemy attacks? Or what if somebody says no? That is what fear is. And that's why you can't have faith and you cannot have fear in the same sentence, in the same scenario, in the same project. You literally have to choose one or the other. But here's the thing. When you're all in with faith and when you're all in with Jesus and when you're all in with your word and you're all in with your beliefs, guess what happens? Man, success is almost inevitable. Why? Because you know that you have a solid foundation and you know you have a target that you're going to hit. And guess what? You have the power of the Holy Spirit with you. Now, again, I'm speaking about religion. I'm speaking about faith because guess what? I'm all in on my faith. But even if you aren't all in on Jesus Christ, let me tell you something. One, today you can make that choice to be all in with Jesus Christ. And number two, you can still have faith that the best outcome will happen for you when you just go for it, when you just really believe. When you just tell yourself that there is no other option, there is no plan B, there is no plan C, I'm all in on faith. Because when you let that little bit of fear creep in, guess what happens? You're always looking over your shoulder. You're always looking back. You're always wondering, man, what if something bad happens? Guess what? Don't worry about that. Make the decision to go all in. Make the decision to give 120%. Make the decision to give it everything you got. That's what faith is. And I know in this world right now, people are really scared. People are really worried about the economy and their living situation and everything that's happening. Guess one thing I always have faith in? That everything's going to be all right. As Patrick B. David always says, the future looks bright. Why? Because I have faith. And because of that faith is how I keep pressing forward. So I don't know who that message was for today, but remember, have faith, get rid of that fear, and always lead with love. Take care.